So let's start with our 2025 WNBA MVP, and that has to go to the one and only Caitlin Clark.
Is Caitlin Clark already the 2025 MVP? The buzz around the league says yes, and it's getting louder by the day. After a rookie season filled with double teams and relentless defensive pressure, word is Clark has used the extended offseason to completely level up her game. She's stronger, sharper, and has the full backing of coach Stephanie White. The predictions have sparked some serious reactions. WNBA and other WNBA stars aren't exactly thrilled, hinting that there's more behind their pushback than just healthy competition. But the signs are hard to ignore. Clark's improved physique, expanded skill set, and upgraded roster support make a strong MVP case. This might not just be hype, it could be the start of something special. Let's break down why this bold MVP talk might actually come true.
I really think that this second year for Caitlin Clark is going to be like nothing we have ever seen. She has had an entire offseason to train, to get into the gym, to work on things that she struggled with during her rookie season.
Let's be real about what went down last year. Clark got roughed up, constantly. Every time she stepped on the court, opponents had one goal: make her life miserable. She faced double teams, face guarding, and physical defense that often crossed the line into straight-up bullying. Teams didn't just play her, they targeted her.
Double teamed, the physicality was like nothing that she ever saw.
You could see the frustration written all over her face. Critics didn't hold back. They questioned whether she was ready for the WNBA's physical pace, suggesting the leap from college to the pros came too fast, too soon. And to be fair, her rookie year got off to a rocky start. The fever stumbled early, losses piled up, and as Clark tried to find her footing, the team couldn't seem to catch a break. There was no clear spark, no shift in momentum. It felt like both she and the team were stuck in neutral.
She went into her rookie year after coming off a very long college career. She had a couple weeks off, then went straight into the WNBA.
But something shifted during this extended offseason, something no one really saw coming. Remember when Clark went quiet on social media for a few weeks? Now we know why. She was putting in serious work behind the scenes, completely rebuilding herself from the ground up. The results speak for themselves. In recent footage, the physical transformation is clear. Clark has added real muscle. This wasn't just about getting stronger. It was targeted, strategic development built to withstand the exact kind of contact that gave her trouble as a rookie.
She has had an entire offseason to train, to get into the gym, to work on things that she struggled with during her rookie season. We have seen from the photos, from the videos, from the workouts that she has put on quite a bit of muscle, so it seems like she is taking all of these things so seriously.
Clark took a smart, focused approach to her offseason. She looked closely at where she needed to get stronger, building core stability to stay balanced through contact, upper body strength to finish plays, and lower body power to create space from defenders. You can see the difference. In recent training clips, she's handling hits that would have knocked her off balance last year and still making sharp, accurate passes under pressure.
It seems like Caitlin has been in the gym every single day, and if she wasn't in the gym, she was either golfing or doing some sort of speaking engagement.
Building up her strength gave Clark the base she needed to focus on the mental side of her game. She spent hours studying game film, breaking down every defensive tactic teams used against her last season. From there, she worked on specific moves to beat each one, finding ways to create space when face guarded, slip through double teams, and open up new passing lanes. She's now got a plan for every kind of defense she's likely to see.
Not to mention the new team that Indiana has now. The Indiana Fever did incredible in free agency, and now Caitlin Clark is surrounded by not just a couple great players, the entire squad is finally full.
One big advantage this time was having a full offseason to work with. Last year, Clark jumped straight from college into the WNBA with almost no break. This time, she had months, not just weeks, to focus on improving her game, and the results are obvious.
And we saw the kind of numbers, points, assists, things that she was doing led her team to the playoffs that she did in her rookie season. With all of that, now just think about her having an entire offseason, all of this time to train. She knows how she needs to adapt.
Basketball insiders are buzzing that we're about to see an unstoppable version of Clark. With her added strength, she'll be able to finish plays even through contact instead of losing balance. Her shooting will be even more lethal, as defenders won't be able to push her off her spots. Plus, Her playmaking will shine when she's able to stand up to tougher, more physical defenders.
See, they're not going to come into this year losing like they did last year. This squad that they didn't put with Caitlin is amazing. So the winning will be there, right? I believe their winning percentage will be way higher than it was at the beginning of last year. And Caitlin Clark will have so much, she will have her fingerprints all over those victories.
The big question is how much different Clark will look when the season kicks off on May 5th. Will opponents even recognize the player they thought they had figured out? After struggling in her rookie year, Clark has completely transformed. From a player who got pushed around to one who's now ready to do the pushing. She set herself up for an MVP-caliber sophomore season.
Speaking with the Indiana Fever, my prediction for Coach of the Year is Coach Stephanie White. It felt like when she got to Indiana, there was an immediate shift in the culture and the seriousness of this Indiana Fever franchise and organization and team.
While Clark was building her strength in the weight room, something even bigger was happening behind the scenes. The moment Stephanie White arrived in Indiana, everything shifted. What we're seeing now is an entire organization being restructured to create the perfect environment for Caitlin Clark's MVP journey. The change is clear in the team's renewed energy. White brought a level of professionalism and focus that completely transformed the Fever's culture. Players who once went through the motions are now attacking practices with a playoff-level intensity. The shift was immediate and dramatic, and it's got the whole league paying attention.
When she got to Indiana, she brought over a lot of the people that she had worked with at the Connecticut Sun. She also brought in players that she was already familiar with, players that she had known even back in their college days. She was on the court immediately with these players as they were bringing in new people in free agency. We have heard from her in multiple interviews. It just seems like there is a level of seriousness with Coach White that they maybe didn't have last year with the Indiana Fever, and I think she gets it. She knows that these women want to win now, and she is ready to do that.
White made a smart move by bringing in familiar faces, veterans she worked with before in Connecticut, players who already understood her vision. I needed people who spoke the same basketball language, White explained to reporters after a recent practice. Building trust is quicker when there's shared history. This foundation has helped the team develop faster than expected. Clark's growth fits seamlessly into this revitalized environment, creating a perfect balance where both the player and the team push each other to new heights.
I also think that she has been in the league for long enough. She has seen the different schemes that these other teams run, and she's just ready to get to work. I think the Indiana Fever are going to be super scary when it comes to the run and gun game, because we have heard from almost every single player and coaches and Coach Stephanie White when they talk about what you can expect from this Indiana Fever team. They want to run, they want to be fast, they want to get up and down, they want to wear teams out.
White's system is built around Clark's strengths. She's implemented a fast-paced offense that lets Clark's passing and long-range shooting shine. Every play, every movement, and every spacing concept is designed to set Clark up for success. Practices have become high-intensity, focused sessions that push everyone to perform at their best. White has set the bar at a championship level, and the whole team has stepped up. This increased intensity is exactly what Clark needs, creating the perfect supporting cast for an MVP run.
But I think the ceiling is so high for this team, and I think Stephanie White knows exactly what to do to get them all on the same page and help them to win now.
White's mentorship goes far beyond typical coaching. She's built a genuine mentor-protege relationship with Clark, dedicating personal time to help her improve her basketball IQ, fine-tune her skills, and develop her leadership. White knows Clark has the potential to be a game-changing talent who could reshape the future of women's basketball.
She's just been able to focus on her game, getting better in the areas where she needs to, and she even spoke on the areas where she needed work at. The mid-range, being comfortable pulling up inside the three-point line. Her float game.
White's support for Clark goes well beyond the practice court. She's actively advocating for Clark behind the scenes, making sure her star player gets the fair treatment she deserves from referees and opponents. Remember how Clark took so many hits without getting calls last season? White is making sure that's a thing of the past. League insiders see White's big-picture vision. She's carefully crafting what could turn into a dynasty around Clark. With every decision, whether it's practice schedules, offensive strategies, or roster moves, aimed at maximizing Clark's potential and building a powerhouse team.
And so that's also why I predict the Indiana Fever will lead all teams in team scoring.